It's time for Design Appeal, and we are joined by Master Gardener Ed Sourdiffe, and we're going to learn about begonias today. Ed, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Good to be here.
So begonias, we were talking earlier, it's an indoor and an outdoor plant.
Yeah, they're an excellent plant to have. Some are a little difficult to grow, but it's excellent for foliage, and some are perfect for flowers. Actually, they're known for flowering. What we have, there's three groups of begonias. You have the Rex begonia, which is here in the front. It's this red one, and they come in all different leaf colors. There's another one over there. That's more of a maple style leaf.
Is there something that's distinctive about begonias that you might be able to know that it's a begonia?
Well, usually they have kind of fleshy stems. The Rex begonias are known to be a little bit more difficult to grow. You probably have seen this kind, the fibrous ones, or wax begonias at your garden center.
Exactly, yeah.
These are the ones you put outside, but still you see that the stems are a little bit fleshy there. There's also another type of begonia, the cane begonia, which I took this off a large 6-foot plant at home, and you can see why they call it a cane begonia. This is perfect for the house. This also has pendulous flowers, about as big, individual flowers that make a cluster as big as my hand that hang down.
Really?
This one's one of the easier begonias to grow. These are among the hardest to grow because of their requirements. These are also easy also. This is what's known as a climbing begonia because it actually, the leaves look like a begonia, and it's a climbing plant. You can see it kind of looks like one of the Rex begonias.
How can you properly grow a climbing plant? Do you need to put specific kinds of poles in there, or what do you need to do? Yeah,
this would actually do great on a trellis, because if you look up close here, you can see there's little tendrils, just like a grape ivy. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but these will actually grab onto things and hang on and pull the plant up, and it'll keep growing up. So this is actually, if you had a little trellis, that would be a good thing to do. Now, a problem that you have with begonias usually is humidity. They like to be moist, but not soggy. They will rot if they're like that. The way they really like their moisture is really by humid conditions. Now, I have a wood stove at home, and that's killer for begonias. They like to have temperatures around 70 and not cold at all. If you have moisture in the soil, too moist soil, and it's cold out, the begonia will rot and it'll fail for you. So it's best, especially in the winter, to keep it on the dry side. But me, I could never really keep begonias in the house, the regular type, like here, the angel wings and stuff, because it was just too dry. So what I discovered is, I actually found this old aquarium, and you could do this with any kind of cracked aquarium or anything, as long as it keeps at least an inch of water in the bottom. And then I put these spacers on the bottom. I don't know if they can see them here. So I just lined the bottom with this, which kept the plants off of the bottom where there's water. And this envelops the plants with humidity. So I'm actually finally able to have begonias at home. And right here, this is a hygrometer. And you can get these online. They use these in humidors for cigars and stuff. It's some of the cheaper ones. And I was able to get humidity levels up to 70% in here and above.
That's ideal.
Yeah, and there's other ways of doing it. If you don't have such a dry environment like I do at home, you could actually put it on a pebble tray where the pebbles act like this, and the water just is below the pebbles, so the water will, the humidity will envelop the plant. Also, you can put a pot, say this pot here, inside a pot like this, and fill the pot on the outside with sphagnum moss and keep that moist, but not the soil moist. And that'll envelop the plant once again in moisture, and that will make your plants grow.
Now, lastly, Ed, we have a couple bulbs here. You're going to teach us how to plant begonias?
Yeah, these are actually tuberous begonias. You can see right here if you want to hold that. Yeah. If you look on the top, you can see there's actually the begonia starting to sprout out there. And if you clean this off, you would see it's concave on the surface there. So what you would do is you would just put this in the soil. We already started some soil here. You can just place it right on the surface. Yeah.
Okay.
And then here's some more. There's 2 more. I think this could take 3 of these big tubers here.
Oh, you can put 3 in a pot.
Sure, because it'll get nice and big. It'll be a big full plant. Now, when you're planting this, if they've already started to sprout like that, you just have to be careful because that's really tender and that'll break. So then you would just put that in like that, and then you would just fill it up about 1 inch above the tubers there.
And you don't have to worry about covering anything up.
No, you actually want to cover it up. There's another way of doing it where you can put it on the surface of some peat moss and just squish the tuber in a little. It's just another way of sprouting them, and then you would plant them here. But you can do it this way, where you just plant them in an inch of soil, inch over the top, and water them. But be careful. Remember I said the top was concave on the tuber?
Yes.
Try not to water over the tubers, because the water could pool in there and rot the tuber.
So instead, try to water along the sides.
Yeah, and this is a perfect time to do it this time of year, because then they'll be ready for summer for you.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by today. A pretty good looking plants. And get creative with this and all of our tips. All you need to do is visit mymassappeal.com.